Welcome back, students, to the next module from the chapter Mechanical Properties of Fluids. Let us discuss about drops and bubbles. You might have seen drops and bubbles. So, why water and bubbles are drops? Whenever liquid is left to itself, it tends to acquire the least possible surface area so that it has least surface energy and so it has most stability. Therefore, for more stability, they acquire the shape of sphere as sphere has least possible surface area. Now let us distinguish between a drop, a cavity and a bubble. A drop is a spherical structure filled with water. There is only one interface in the drop. The interface separates water and air. You can see picture A, which is a water droplet. Now let us come to cavity. Cavity is a spherical shape filled with air. In the surroundings there is water and in the middle there is cavity filled with air. There is only one interface which separates air and water. This is the figure B given, which is an example for a bubble inside an aquarium. Next is the case of a bubble. In a bubble, there are two interfaces. One is air, water, and the other is water and air. Inside the bubble, there is air and there is air outside, and it consists of a thin film of water. A bubble is shown in figure C. Now let us discuss about the pressure inside a drop and a cavity. The pressure inside a drop is greater than the pressure outside. Let us take a spherical drop of water of radius r, which is in equilibrium. Consider that there is an increase in radius, which is delta r. Therefore, the extra surface energy is equivalent to surface tension into area. Surface tension is denoted by SLA and the increase in area is given by 4 pi into r plus delta r whole square minus 4 pi into r square. We know that the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square for a sphere of radius r. Now, after expanding r plus delta r whole square and cancelling the common terms, we get the extra surface energy is equivalent to 8 pi r delta r into SLA. At equilibrium, this extra surface energy must be equivalent to the energy gain due to the pressure difference. So, 8 pi r delta r into SLA must be equivalent to the pressure difference Pi minus Po into area, that is 4 pi r square into delta r. Here, Pi is the pressure inside the drop and Po is the pressure outside the drop. And after cancelling the common terms, we get Pi minus Po is equivalent to 2 SLA by R. That is, increase in pressure inside a drop is equivalent to 2S by R. Now let us take the case of a bubble. And if you are finding the pressure inside a bubble, it will be greater than its pressure outside. A bubble has two interfaces, unlike a drop. So the excess of pressure Pi minus Po will be equivalent to 2 times that of a drop. That is 2 into 2s by r, which is 4s by r. And as a conclusion, please note that for a liquid gas interface, the convex side has a higher pressure than for a concave side. Just refer to the figure given above. Hope you might have got an idea about drops and bubbles and excess of pressure inside a drop and also a bubble. Thank you, dear students.